So what is the best macro lens for your smartphone? I've got two of them here, and we'll put them through the tests and see which one outperforms the other. Coming up. Hey guys, I'm Josh Gross with Gross Tech, where you get useful reviews for useful technology. Here we do unboxings, reviews, and news on tech you find in the home. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Hey, disclaimer first on the video. Our friends over at Easy Macro sent us this macro lens to review for them, but I promise you I do everything on an unbiased review. It will either work well or work horribly, so let's get into the video. Alright, so we've got the Easy Macro here and my wife's Universal 3-in-1 lens kit. Now this lens kit comes with a macro lens, a wide angle lens, and a fisheye lens, but we're gonna forget about the other two and just focus on the macro lens here. So now that we have just the macro lens, it's a metal piece, has a nice feel to it at least. How we attach it though is a little interesting, and I'm not really a big fan of it. So on the back here, as you can see, it's a magnet, and to be able to connect it to your phone, you actually take these little rings. One side has a sticky adhesive and you put it on your phone. Problem, I have a case that doesn't allow me to do this. I'm not a big fan. Why did they ever do this? So we'll just hold it up to the camera for our purposes to see how well it looks. So we'll look here at some of the photos. As you can see, it takes pretty nice photos, other than the fact that you can see my finger, but I can't really complain that much. It's my own doing because I like having a case on my phone. So if you don't have a case, then this wouldn't be too bad for you. But let's move over to the Easy Macro and see what all it has. So let's look at the Easy Macro now. As we pull it out, it looks like a credit card. So we have attached on the credit card, a little piece of paper here, is the actual Easy Macro. And it has some small text, I guess, to play around with. But it looks very simple. It looks like it's on a rubber band, which could be a problem, could be a good thing too, but it obviously looks like it stretches pretty well and easily, so it'll probably fit just about any phone, and it's as simple as that. Now I'm a little perfectionist, so I have to get this thing perfectly centered on my camera, which is a little difficult, but it's more of a pain than more actually difficult. Now with it being a rubber band, that means that it's going to most likely and easily fit every single phone, even tablets for that matter, that you have. Now we pull up an example here real quick as we zoom in, and there we go. Tiny text being used with the macro lens. Alright, so let's look at some photos of using the macro lens from Easy Macro. And as you can see, they're pretty well too. There's not really a huge difference other than the fact that you don't see my finger in the pictures, but honestly both take just as nice of pictures. A lot of the difference will have to be with your actual camera on your phone, but honestly between the two of them they look exactly the same as far as the quality of the picture. But to be honest, when it comes down to it, making the ability to just stretch this thing right over top of your phone versus trying to always have something attached to your phone or having to take the case off just so you can use it is a little annoying, and I'm not really the biggest fan of doing that. I like having a case so we can just go off the fact that both of them equally taking nice pictures, equally working as well as each other, but ease of use, the Easy Macro, obviously with the name, That would be a good reason why they did it. But I would say that the Easy Macro actually is a better fit just for the fact of how easy it is to use. Now, one downside I do see with the Easy Macro is that it is a rubber band. Now, I don't know how long this thing lasts. I don't know how many stretches, but if you know anything about rubber bands, or if you have any old rubber bands, they get old, crusty, and break. So with that flaw, for $10 on their website for one, it also comes in a pack of 3 and a pack of 5. So maybe that's why they do it that way, so you can have one spares or you can give them to friends. But honestly, I think that is the biggest design flaw, and it may be more stronger than just a normal rubber band, or more reliable than one, but sooner or later this band is going to rip or snap or get a tear. So that would be my biggest design flaw in the Easy Macro. But other than that, I'd have to say I give them thumbs up for this, and honestly, I'm loving the pictures, as you can see, you can take with the Easy Macro. So, question of the day: do you have yourself a macro lens for your smartphone? If you do, what kind is it? If you don't, why? Is it because you never thought of having one? Is it because of price? Put that in the comments below and we'll love reading about it. As always, God bless you and have a great week, and I'll see you next week. First, our friends over... Oh, it's upside down. Our friends over at Easy Mac yeah. Kraft sent us some Easy Mac, and we're doing this sponsored by Easy Mac. Yay! I love macaroni and cheese.